Hey, hi all. Good morning. Is my voice audible?
Yeah, now it's fine.
Okay, let me know if it is breaking or the screen is not visible or you're facing any other issues in between.
Okay,
Okay,
fine.
okay, fine. So, first of all, very warm welcome to this SQL training program. This is a weekend batch, like Saturday and Sunday. The timing is morning 8 to 10. Let me check if it is getting recorded. Yeah. My screen is visible to everyone, no?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So it is a weekend batch, Saturday and Sunday, morning 8 to 10. The course duration will be approx 2 months. And these are the topics, hope you can see at my screen, we will be covering during this course. And I will request everyone to be on mute, please, if you are not asking any question. I have muted everyone, but humble request, if you have to speak, then unmute. If you're not speaking, please go on mute. Thank you. So these are the topics which we'll be covering during this course. So this has all the basic plus advanced topics of SQL. We will start the course from scratch. We assume that our participants, they don't know anything about SQL. Although I know few of you know SQL, but still I will start from scratch. Considering that nobody knows SQL, you have all the freedom to ask question. Okay, I could see few of you are from a previous batch. You're repeating the course, so you all know how I teach. So you have full freedom to ask question in between or at any point of time. We will never tell you that, okay, once this topic is over, then you can ask question. Okay. But sometime we have to follow the sequence. Like suppose if I'm teaching you create or insert or upper lowercase. And suppose your question is related to concat, then that I will not answer during the course because that will break the sequence. And those who are very new to the SQL, they might get confused. But once the class is over at 10, after that, you can ask question from anywhere. Okay. So we'll not stop it. But during the course, like during the class 8 to 10, we'll be strictly following this. And in that, if you have any question, feel free and ask. Make the session interactive after each and every class, and this is purely a hands-on session. I will give you a few examples of the previous batch. Like this is for the S12 weekday batch, which is currently going on. So see, it is purely hands-on session. Each and everything we will explain you, we will teach you from the internal engine perspective, because once you will understand how your query is getting executed, then only you can write complex SQL queries. Because if you will attend an interview from SQL especially, the interviewer will directly give you problem statement and you have to write queries. So that is why we have designed this course in such a way that it will be having hands-on session only. I don't have any PPT. I don't have any notes which I will go through that. Okay. So this is the curriculum. We will be picking one keyword and I will explain you through examples only and the real world project examples. Okay. After each and every class, we will share 4 documents with you. The first one is the classroom notes. Classroom notes means whatever coding I'll be during the class, that I will share to you. Second is recording. Third is the Excel workbook, which I have shown you. Here we practice all those things. This will be shared. And the fourth is the assignment. These 4 documents will be shared after the completion of each and every class on a daily basis. Throughout the course, we'll be sharing approx 250 assignment questions. Okay. And if you are really serious, so I will request you after the class, go through the recording and religiously work on the assignment. It is very important. Just listening to the lectures will not help you. I'm very frank and honest in this point. You have to work on the assignments. If you're getting stuck, you can ask question. You can ask questions either directly in the group or in the class. We recommend our participants to ask questions during the class. In each and every class, the first half, like in the beginning, I will ask you daily that do you have any question, either from the assignments or the concepts? You have full freedom to ask question. Okay, let's make the session interactive. Ask questions. Okay. So overall, this is, and even once the course is over, so this batch will be over by after 2 months approx. So once the course is over, even then we have a dedicated group for the alumni, TechNest alumni group. So there as well, if you're getting struck after course completion, maybe 1 month, 2 months, or there's lifetime validity, you can ask questions. Okay, you can post your questions and you can ask. We conduct one class every Sunday between 7 to 8 p.m. That is based on the resume building activity, how to prepare resume. Currently, I think day before yesterday, I have shared one sample resume for data engineers. And today I will share one sample resume for data analyst. So every Sunday, 7 to 8, we conduct sessions on resume building and interview preparation, mock interview, and those students or candidates who has cleared any interview. So they share their experiences, what all questions were asked. Okay. So this is all about course and quick introduction about myself. I am Mohammad Tanveer Khan. I have not close to over 13 years of experience, so 1 3 in IT industry, working on data related projects. Throughout my career, I have worked in ETL only with SQL, Python, Unix shell scripting as my primary skill sets. I have worked for not various, one product based company and multiple service based company throughout my career. So this is all about the course and the structure. Now, before I start the session, do you have any question, anyone? Any question?
Hi, Tanvir.
Yes,
Uh,
Akash.
just asking, do you still work in IT industry or just
Yes,
okay?
I'm working as a consultant. Okay. Yes. Akash, you're from my previous batch?
Yeah, I'm from that
Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah,
October
got
batch,
it, got it,
last
got it, got it.
last October
So
batch,
you know all the things,
2022.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
Any other question? No questions. You all are clear with the,
Tanvir,
yeah,
Tanvir, I don't have a question, but I have a concern.
yeah, better.
Basically, I know the SQL, like,
Good.
but I'm
Mhm.
not able to create a complex query.
Mhm.
This is my issue. So how
Actually,
can we? Yeah.
most of the candidates, most of the participants have the same concern. So they call me and they will ask the same question that Tanvir, I can write the simple queries, but when there is some complicated business scenarios, I fail there. You see, there are two reasons for this. The first is because the candidates they don't know the internal working of engine. Internal working means if you're writing a query, you should know how the SQL engine is fetching you the data. After which keyword is getting executed. Okay, like suppose if I have written this query, this one, then in this query, what is happening internally? So we used to explain this. Suppose this query I was taking in the S12 current weekday batch. So we'll discuss that was first of all, this keyword will be executed. And after this engine will do this task, then do this task and all those things. So when you will understand the internal working of the engine, then you can easily write the complex queries. But yes, it will not happen overnight. You have to practice. That is why we share assignment questions. When you practice more questions now, and we strongly recommend our participants to solve each and every question by at least 2 3 4 methods. For those who are following me on LinkedIn, you might have observed that whenever I will post questions and the solutions, my solutions will be having at least 3 solutions or 2 solutions minimum for each and every question. So you have to fall in love with SQL. If you're solving a question, you should think that how I should solve this using joins, how I should solve this using window functions, using CT, using subquery. And that will not happen overnight. Okay, you have to practice on a daily basis. And this is not only with SQL, with any programming language. You go for Python, Java, Unix shell scripting, any. You have to practice. But before that, you should have a sound knowledge of each and every keyword. Like, see, if you check this conceptual questions, okay, I posted this questions on LinkedIn as well long back. It is 38 questions. You check if you are able to answer at least 50 or 40% of this question, it means I will consider that you are good in SQL. At least 40% of this questions. So these are the purely conceptual questions. Okay, so we'll discuss this during the course. Okay, and then I used to post questions on LinkedIn as well. So there are questions a little bit difficult. You can solve those questions as well. And in our alumni group, let me show you that alumni group quickly. 1 minute. See, this is our alumni group, Technist Academy alumni. So here you will see that my participants, they post their questions, okay, like what all questions they have, where they're getting extra, and it is not necessary they are from the current batch. Few of them are from the very old batch and all those things. So you're having all those discussions, right? So any other question, guys? Anyone?
Yeah, hello. I am Lata
Yeah.
here. So
Yeah,
today is
Lata.
the first day I joined in this class.
You connected with me yesterday, I think, right? I
Yeah.
forgot maybe. Okay. Yeah, Lata, tell me.
Yeah, Tanvir. So I just want to know in this entire course,
Hmm.
which version of the SQL, like whether we would be using SSMS
Hmm.
or MySQL, or which SQL server we would be using.
Good question. So the SQL which I'll be teaching you, that will be the generic SQL. Now the question is, what is the generic SQL? You see, I will give you example of a car, and the same example I quote in each and every batch, because same question I get in each and every batch, that which SQL you'll be teaching and on which platform. Suppose if you have learned how to ride a car, okay, if you have understood like the combination of clutch, brake, and accelerator, if you know, and suppose you started with a Maruti car. So
I
if you have
got you.
understood how to ride it, if I will give you a Tata car, maybe Harrier, Indica, or anything, will you able to drive that car? Yes, of course.
Yes,
If I will
just
give you
that
a
features would be
Hyundai,
different. Yeah.
a little bit dashboard will be different, but the main concept of accelerator, brake, and clutch will be same, right?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I got you.
Irrespective of the brand, whichever I will give you Hyundai or Mercedes or any other, it will be same, right? So that is why we teach the generic SQL, so that if the participants are working on Microsoft platform, Nitiza, Teradata, MySQL, Oracle, Postgres, that is the Beaver or Hive or the Snowflake, they should be able to write the queries. Okay, so I will teach you on Oracle platform, but don't get confused that, oh my God, in my project we are working on Microsoft platform and Tanvir is teaching on Oracle, so I will not be benefited. No, 99% of the syntax is same. Only 1% or 0.5% syntax will differ. Okay. And during your interview, the interviewer will never ask you question that write this query on Oracle platform, write this query on Microsoft platform, write this query on Nitiza or Postgres. No, they will just check your logic building ability. Even nowadays, the interviewers are not concerned with the syntax because they know if they're working in project and if they will get struck, Google is there to guide you with the syntaxes, right? The interviewers will check how smart you are in building logics. Okay. So I'll be teaching. Okay, let me come to that platform on which I. But Lata, have I answered your question?
Yes, sir. That answer.
Okay. Now
Thank
the
you.
question is no issues. Why we teach on Oracle? So I will show you that. Now see, many of you have connected with me that Tanvir, I don't have personal laptop. I'm working on official laptop. They will not allow us to download any software. So how I can practice? Do I have to purchase a new laptop? What is the configuration? I think many of you will be having the same question. See, even if you're working in official laptop, no need to buy a new laptop because we will not ask you to download anything. Okay. Just go on Google, any browser, type Oracle Live SQL. You have to type Oracle Live SQL. Click on Yes button, and then you will get this option. Click on this link, and then this will direct you to here. Then you have to click on Start Coding. I will share all these things. The recordings will be shared, guys. So please don't make a note of anything. Everything will be shared. And in each and every class, we recommend our participants to not to copy or make notes during the class. Just listen to my lecture during the class. Okay, so now here, if you have not created any account, you have to create an account here. And this is very simple process. Let me show you this. Here they will ask you your name, your email ID, you see name, you have to password, generate password, top job title, company name, address. So company name, you can write anything, ABC Private Limited or anything, whatever you want, you can write. Okay, your wish. They're not going to validate this. Address can be anything, city and all those things you can select. Okay. Then you have to click on create account. Then they will share a link on your email ID, which you will give here. You know this process, right? This is a typical process when you're filling any form. And then you have to acknowledge the email which they will send. And that's all. Then an account will be generated for you. And then you have to log in using your ID. This is my ID and this is the password. So click on the sign in button. Very simple. So then it will open this platform. Hope it is clear so far.
Yes.
Okay. So then now here you can start coding. Now, even if you're working in official laptop, so I think they will not stop you from using this Chrome or Microsoft Edge browser. You're not downloading anything. So you can practice it there on that official laptop as well. No issues. So that's the reason we don't ask participants to download anything. Because suppose if you're working in office, okay, and you have some time, so there itself you can practice this SQL queries, right? Hope it is clear, but we have Microsoft SQL Server as well. This is a Microsoft platform, but the queries what you'll be writing here or with the queries what you'll be writing in Oracle, they both are same. But in the beginning, we will recommend you to please work on Oracle only. Don't practice here and there. Once after 2-3 weeks, you get a strong hold on the SQL, then you practice on whatever platform you want. Your wish. We will never stop you. Okay. Hope it is clear. Any other question?
Hi Tanvir, Pallavi here. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning, Pallavi.
So Tanvir, I just want to have one query. So if we start work on the Oracle Live SQL, and if we have to save our work and retrieve our previous work, then can we do that in here?
You can do from here. You can see this 3 line. No, from here that option is there, but I will suggest not to trust on this because this is open source, right? And this is browser based. So suppose if you're writing a query, and after that, I will strongly recommend to take a copy of it and paste it in any notebook. Okay, so you cannot save it there. Okay, so you have written some code, take a copy and paste it in your notepad. Don't trust on this. This is one of the limitation. I agree. Okay.
Okay.
Fine.
Yeah, fine. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Any other question? Fine. Do you have any other question, anyone? Okay.
Hi, Tanvir, this is Akash.
Akash.
Just thinking that because I have seen in the past that many concept like recursive city or maybe sometimes row num and all, it is taught beyond the course. I think that's not included in the course, I think. So if we can include those concept also in the course, then we can get everything in one playlist and it is easier to track.
This is recursive city. And one more what you told?
Row
Pivot.
num and
That is here.
pivot also was there. Okay. Yeah, because I thought that because I missed few of the classes in my batch, so I thought that those are not covered actually. So,
Actually, the links which you have shared in the alumni group, no, the reason is, like many times we take ad hoc session in the alumni group, right? Someone has
right.
asked question and I thought that, okay, let's discuss this. So we'll take, so on that recursive CT, we have taken ad hoc sessions and those recordings we have made public. And that is why you might be thinking that these are not in the playlist, but in each and every batch we have discussed this. So in the playlist, you'll find this recursive CT recordings as well, but we have the recursive CT recordings in our ad hoc playlist as well.
Okay, it's in both the places.
Both, yeah.
Okay, thanks.
And from this batch and the previous batch, earlier we used to share all these things on YouTube, right, in the private mode. So now we will be teaching this on a Graphy portal. So that we will tell you from tomorrow onwards. Then we'll be having the final list of participants. So now the recordings will not be shared on the YouTube. Okay. So you will find all those things on my Graphy portal, everything be at one place. Okay.
Okay, that's a website or link.
Yeah, we will share that tomorrow. I will give a demo of that tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, no problem. And just final question. I
Uh-huh.
mean, the assignment that you share, is the assignment questions are same for every group or it varies?
No. It changes little bit. Even the assignment questions or the examples which I will quote in each and every batch, they might change. So in the previous batch in which you have attended, and in this batch you might find some differences because see it we keep on enriching the course, right? If you'll compare this
Right.
course with the topics which I have covered 6 months back, maybe in the January or February batch, you will find differences. Okay, because everything it enriches itself after
That's
some
right.
time period, right? And that is what you're versioning, right? Version 1.0, 2.0, like that. Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
No problem. Any other question before I proceed, guys? Anyone?
Yeah, hi Tanvir.
Yeah,
Like
Talha.
my question is that I my interest is in data analyst.
Hmm.
So after that SQL we will get like all the other courses also now, like in the lineup, or we have to wait
Have
like
you
after SQL we have.
enrolled for data analytics course, Talha?
Yeah, I have to enroll for data analytics. Like
Okay.
today I will do all the
Okay.
things,
Sure.
necessary things. Me and
Let
Sajid, we both are here for data analytics.
Sajid. Okay, fine. So see, let me cover this. I was supposed to cover this in the beginning. I forgot. So many of you are new to the IT industry. So let me give you an overview. Data analytics, data engineer. Listen very carefully. Business analyst, Power BI developer, or Tableau developer, anyone. SQL or ETL developer, ETL or database tester, database administrator, or DBA. And the next is which one? Data science. One more, backend developer. You all must have heard about this job profiles. Okay. What is common in this job profiles? Any idea?
SQL.
Anyone?
Data.
Data, correct, and SQL. So all these
Data and
job
SQL.
profiles, if you will check on LinkedIn or Naukri portal, you will find that SQL is a must to have a skill set. Okay, if you're applying for any of these job profiles, they will ask you that, okay, you have to be strong in SQL. Okay. So if you're going for data analytics, so you have to learn SQL plus Python plus Power BI or Tableau, anyone, but I will recommend to go for Power BI because Tableau it's not that much in demand. Okay, now Power BI is getting more momentum in the market, plus Excel. If you're going for data engineer, then SQL plus any cloud architecture, then the MapReduce, Hadoop, and PySpark or Scala, like this combination, and the entire ETL pipeline. Okay, and here if you learn ETL, that will be a bonus point. If you're going for business analyst, then SQL plus Excel plus Power BI plus ETL will be a bonus point. And here Power BI will also be a bonus point. If you're going for Power BI developer, they'll mostly ask questions from Power BI, then from SQL. If you're going for SQL ETL developer, you have to be very strong in SQL plus Python plus the entire ETL pipelines you should know. If you're going for ETL tester, you have to be strong in SQL plus ETL. Plus, if you know Python, that will be a bonus point. Database administrator, SQL. You have to be very strong in SQL. Okay. Python and all those things are not required. But here you have to be very strong in SQL. Data science, SQL. Python plus ETL pipelines. Here you have to learn advanced Python. Backend developer, SQL plus Python plus ETL pipelines. This is the most famous and in-demand job profile these days, and I think you all know this, right? One thing is common: SQL is required in all these job profiles. If you want, you can check on LinkedIn or Naukri portal anywhere. Okay, so that is why SQL is a bread and butter these days to survive in the IT industry. Okay. And in all these job profiles, SQL, you have to be very strong. If you're not strong in SQL, they will not consider your your profile. Okay, that is the common in all this job profiles. If you're planning for data analytics, you have to be very strong in SQL, then Python, Power BI, and all those things. Okay, hope it is clear.
Yes. What is ETL?
ETL is extract, transform, and load. So the data which you are getting from the source, that is what this is a slide like for ETL. When I take ETL classes, this is about ETL. Okay. ETL is extract, transform, and load. You're extracting data from multiple sources. You are transforming it and then you are loading. So any database project, okay, they go through this ETL process, or any machine learning algorithm. You see, this is the schematic diagram of ETL. You have multiple sources. We're extracting data. You're loading that in the staging area. Then from this, you're moving to the integration layer. You're applying business logics. Then you're loading the clean data or the good quality data in the access layer, which is the data marts. And finally, the reporting team, the business analyst, the data analyst, the AI, machine learning algorithm, they all works on top of this. That is why we strongly recommend anyone or everyone who is working in data related project, they must know the ETL journey, that how the data is flowing from one end to another. So any ETL project you will see, they will follow this process: sources, You're extracting data, you're loading, and you see at the end your machine learning algorithm, your AI, they all work on top of it. So this is ETL. We have a separate course for it. Okay. Any other question?
Will you be covering store procedures and
Uh,
all those things?
that good question. That we don't cover in this because the stored procedures functions, they come under the bucket of PLSQL. Okay. But once you will understand SQL, it will take hardly 2 to 3 days to learn PL SQL. And why we have not added PL SQL in this course? The reason is in data analytics that is not required except data engineer job profile. It is not required in all other job profiles. Okay. So that will take hardly 2 to 3 days to learn PL SQL like a stored procedures and functions. So once you understand SQL, you can understand it in a better way. Okay. We are planning to start one short batch, like capsule course on PL SQL as well. But in this one minute, hold on, let me complete. But in this current course, which we have designed in this PL SQL will not be covered. Yeah, and next question, please.
Hi, Tanvir. I am Vinay from this side. What is
Yeah,
pipeline?
Sorry.
What is pipeline?
Pipeline in ETL world, pipelines means pipeline is nothing but the code. It may be in SQL or Python or Unix, which the data engineers they write. Through that, the data which you have received from the source, it will be clean, it will be transformed, the business logics will be implemented, and then it will reach the integration layer, the access layer, and finally to the reporting end. So that is known as a pipeline. This is a technical term which we use in ETL, and actually this will take time for me to explain you in detail. But pipelines are nothing but it is a concept that the data will be flown from staging layer to the access layer through different layers. So those layers we term it as a pipeline. Okay. I know in this short 1 or 2 minutes it is difficult to make you understand, but we discussed this in detail about ETL pipelines and all this stuff. And this is the main task of data engineers to prepare pipelines so that the data what you have received from the source should be loaded correctly and accurately, and all the data must be loaded in the till the access layer. And this is the task of ETL tester to test the pipelines that the data is getting transformed correctly or not, data is of good quality or not, data is following all the business requirements of the clients or not. Okay. Any other question?
Yeah, hi Tanvir, good morning.
Good morning. Yeah,
So
tell me.
like, yeah, what is the basic difference between like data analyst, data engineer, and data scientist? Like, if we compare these three.
Okay. Okay, good question. Data analytics is like, suppose, let me give you example from here only. And maybe if you can understand this. So suppose in my project, in my business, I have multiple sources. Okay. So from all the sources, I have to extract the data, because suppose if you're starting any business, so, and you are the owner and you have the business spread at multiple locations, right? So you'll be interested in knowing that how your business is performing, right? Whether you're getting some good profit or not, or the quarter results and all these things. So how you will get that? For that, you have to extract data from multiple sources, right? And then you will create some report. So the one who will create reports, prepare reports, they are known as Power BI developers, or the reporting, or they're known as business intelligence, because they are the one who are creating reports. And now from those reports, you can understand, like, let me give you this example. This is something as, this is a typical example of a report, right? From here, you can understand that, okay, in my company, how many employees are there? How much profit you have made in certain quarters, whether the profit is increasing quarter over quarter or it is decreasing, right? You can understand from this report, correct? So Power BI developers are the one who will create this report. But data analyst job profile, suppose if I'm working as a data analyst, then my client will ask me this question that Tanvir, tell me in 2020 quarter 2, what was the profit? Okay, 2021 quarter 3, what was the profit? How much profit has increased or decreased? In which department, how much profit we have made? Now tell me about the liabilities. Tell me the total assets we have. So the business will be having all these questions. So data analyst, they'll be playing with the data and they have to give this information to the business stakeholders. And apart from this, they have to suggest them that, okay, see in this, if the profit is decreasing, you have to do the analysis that why the profit is decreasing, in which department of your business profit is decreasing, means at a very fast pace, or where the performance is consistent. So all this information you have to share with the business, okay, so that they can understand that how the business is performing, and accordingly they can take some business decisions. Okay, now data engineers are the one, like suppose you have business at multiple locations, so data engineers are the one who will extract data from all the sources. Now here the sources can be database, can be API call, the data may be in CSV file or .dat file. So data engineers will extract data from these sources and they will load in the database, then they will clean the data, they will apply the business logics, and then they will load that into the integration layer. Again, in integration layer, they will apply the concept of a star schema, snowflake schema, dimension, and facts. And then from there, they will load into the access layer in the different, they will segregate based on the departments in data marts. So loading the data, cleaning the data, applying the business logics, this all will be taken care by data engineers. And once the data has reached the access layer, then after that, the data analyst will do the analysis. Okay. And the Power BI developer, they'll prepare reports. Is that clear? And when a data analyst gets more matured, he will get more understanding of the end-to-end journey of data. And when he will create a lot of reports, the dashboards, when he will become very smart in the analysis, when he will understand the business, then after 3-4 years of experience, then they can move to the data scientist job profile, where you have to do advanced analysis. You have to prepare certain algorithms. Okay, so that many times nowadays, if you're investing in mutual fund and all those things, so you have many applications which can suggest you that, okay, after 1 year, this the share price of this stock will increase or decrease. Like it can project, it can forecast. So those things are done by the data scientist. Okay, but for that, you have to be, first of all, very strong in the data analyst job profile. You must know the ETL pipelines. You must know the journey of data. You must have worked on the different data analysis platforms, or you have done a lot of data analysis. Then with the time you can work as a data scientist. I know the data scientist or the data science nowadays is a fancy word, and many guys who are not aware of this, they want to become data scientists. No, no, no. I'm telling very frankly, it is not possible until and unless you don't know ETL, until and unless you have not worked as a data analyst or business analyst, then you can go to the data scientist job profile. It is the more matured version of data analyst. It is not about the skill set, guys. May I request you guys to go on mute? I'm getting background noise. Thank you. So it is not only about the skill set that, okay, I will learn SQL, ETL, Python, and all those things. You have to understand the journey of data as well. Experience also matters, correct? Hope I answered your question.
Cool, sounds good. Thanks, Tanvir.
Okay, yeah. See, everything, okay, or any job profile, or if you're learning any language, there is a discipline approach, right? And I think you all will agree. Like suppose if someone is studying in 10th standard, on one particular day, he has studied 4 hours mathematics. And for the next 2-3 days, he has not studied anything. So that is not a disciplined approach of learning, right? So anything first of all decide, and this is a friendly suggestion I'm giving you. First of all, decide which job profile you have to pick. Now, suppose those who are very new to this IT industry, okay, I will not recommend you to go for data engineering right now. First of all, if you're very new and you're afraid of coding and all those things, that is why many of you have connected. And I told you, first of all, learn SQL. And after 2 to 3 weeks, connect with me. Then I will ask you that how you found SQL. If you found interesting and easy to understand, then I will suggest you go for data engineering, okay, or data analyst, okay. And then, and suppose if you're finding it difficult, or sometimes the participants will tell me directly, I want quickly to get some job in the IT industry. Then the best is go for ETL tester or the business analyst, because in ETL tester, they will ask questions generally from SQL and ETL. SQL you can learn in 2 months. ETL you can learn hardly in 1 month or 15 to 20 days. So you can get job in this ETL as a database tester. After this, work in this job profile for 1 year. Then you can be promoted to business analyst. And from there, you can go to data analyst. Or suppose you are learning SQL and you found interesting, you're able to solve assignment questions. Okay. Then quickly learn after this, learn Python, Power BI. At least if these three you will learn, you can get easily a job of data analyst. Okay. So that is why plan it that, okay, first of all, check your capabilities. See, again, you cannot compare M.F. Hussain and APJ Abdul Kalam, right? They both are champion in their own area of expertise, correct? So check that what is your strong area. Few of you are very strong in communication and presentation. Then why you will go for data engineering? Go for data analyst or the business analyst, because they need a strong communication and presentation skill, and you can earn you can get much better package than data engineer. Okay. And don't compare any job profile based on the salary. No. You can see ETL tester is getting very good package than a data engineer. Okay, if you have a good understanding of each and every ETL nuts and bolts and the SQL. Okay, you are you are very strong in the automation, right? So you can get very good package in ETL or database tester. Okay, so that is why you have to plan accordingly. Okay. Any other question, or shall we start the class now?
Yes, please start.
Okay. So I will start from scratch. First of all, anyone, can you tell me why we should learn SQL, or why SQL is in very is in good demand these days in IT industry? Why? What is the reason?
For creating a table, sir. Data table.
Okay, then what you will do after creating tables? How it will help you?
For understand the data.
Good. To understand the data, if you have started a business, right, and if you don't know how the business is performing, then maybe your business, you're suffering losses. So until and unless you don't understand the data of your business, you cannot take some good business decisions, right? And after 2010 or 12, there are a lot of sources who is generating data, right? You see a lot of social media sites. I remember before 2010, we were having Orkut. I'm not sure how many of you know that, right? Then after that, the era of Facebook came into picture, right? Then YouTube became very famous. Then you have Twitter, Instagram, many other platforms. They're generating a lot of data, right? Have you ever wondered, like, suppose on YouTube, Instagram, or any other social media platform, suppose take the example of YouTube. If I'm interested in political videos, so you will see the YouTube will recommend only political videos to me. So how it is happening? So the YouTube, they have algorithm at the back end, which is processing the data of each and every customer, each and every user. And based on that, the recommendation engine is recommending you videos. So it means nowadays, the business, they are generating huge volume of data. Or take the example of Flipkart or Amazon, right? Can you imagine the number of transactions happening on Amazon on a daily basis, Netflix on a daily basis, right? So huge volume of transactions are happening. So now they have to process it. They have to understand that customers, what they're looking for. Okay. So that is why processing data is very important. And then only you can understand your business in a better way. And the SQL is the language which can help you to store your business data, to process your business data, to extract useful information from the business data. That is why all these 9 job profiles which I have written here, they all actually deal with data. Now, to deal with data or to play with data, the only good language is SQL. And this is in the IT industry for the last 45 years, and still it is ruling the market. Okay, so that is why I will strongly recommend learn SQL. Okay, and don't learn the ready-made part of it. Ready-made part means, okay, count, Tanvir, I know what is the task of count. Count will count the number of records. No, you should know where count will fail. What are the limitations of count? In which scenario you have to use count of a star? In which scenario you have to use count of a column? In which scenario you have to use count of distinct columns, right? So that is very important to understand the pros and cons of each and every keyword. Like suppose you have this, where is that SQL agenda? You have suppose in operator, in and not in. Those who know SQL, you might know in and not in, right? But in which case in and not in will fail? In which case join will fail? In which case set operators will fail? In which case you should not use minus operator? You must know all those things as well. Okay. So fine. So net, I don't know where I kept this SQL. I opened that. Okay. So net SQL is a language which can help you to play with the data. Okay, let me close this sheet and open a new sheet. Okay, fine. Let me open a new workbook for your batch. It's 13 workbook. I'll take a simple example. Okay, like suppose I have a small business and I have this customer data. Okay, I have customer ID, I have customer name, I have customer look, don't write. Let me write only name. Okay, name. Then I have location, name, location. Then suppose I have name, location, and I have amount, the transaction amount. Let me take a very simple example. Name, location, and amount. Okay. Now suppose the name is Abhay and location is Delhi. Amount is the transaction amount is suppose 500 rupees. And then suppose I have Lata. Location is suppose Chennai and the amount is 600. And then suppose I have Babita. Suppose the location is Punjab and the amount is 400. And then suppose I have Nilesh and the location is Delhi and the amount is 900. Okay. Very simple example I have taken. Okay, so suppose this is not so in this customer table, I have saved the information about the different customers. Now this is known as a table. Table is very similar to our house, right? We need house to stay or to live, right? Similarly, when you want to save the data or to store the data, we need table. Okay, so table is something where you can save or store the data. Now, name, location, and amount. These are known as columns. Okay, these are known as columns. So for this customer table, we have the name, location, and amount, 3 columns. So now tell me one thing. Is there any restriction on the number of columns in a table? Means a table can have 2 columns, 3 columns, or 10 columns.
No.
Any idea?
No.
No restrictions.
No
Good.
restriction.
There is no restriction. In a table, you can have 1 column, or you can have 10 columns, or you can have 100 columns. That is allowed. But generally, it is recommended not to keep more number of columns in a table because of normalization. Normalization is a concept which we cover in the ETL class. I don't want to discuss it now. So net in a table, you can have n number of columns. There is no restriction. Now suppose here, I can add one more column, gender. So this is this is female, this is M. So now see in this table, how many columns we have? Now we have 4 columns. So there is no restriction on the number of columns in a table. So in this customer table, how many columns we have currently? We have 4 columns. Okay. Now, after column, there is a concept of record. Like say this entire Abhay Delhi 500M. This is first record. Lata Chennai 600F. This is second record. This is third record. This is fourth record. Okay, or row. First row, second row, third row, fourth row. So how many rows we have in this table?
4.
4 row. Okay, let me take example of one more record. Suppose we have Pawan, and he is also from Delhi, and he has done a transaction of 500. Yes, me. Now in this table, how many records we have?
5.
5 records. So you understood, guys, what is a table? Table is an object where you can save or store your business data. In any typical project, you will be having 400, 500, 600 tables. Okay. And these are the columns. Name is a column, location is a column, amount is a column, gender is a column. So in this customer table, we have 4 columns. Now, there is no restriction on the number of columns in a table. Based on the business requirement, you can create a table with any number of columns. Okay. This is first record, this is second record, this is third, fourth, and fifth record. So hope table, columns, and the records is clear to everyone.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Hi Tanvir, this is Akash.
Mhm.
I'm not sure whether it would be right or not. So
Hmm.
also if you could share some knowledge about partition table, it would be much helpful.
Partition, sorry. Partition we are not covering here. Okay. Partition is not in my syllabus. Because partitioning is not something you will get in the interview from this job profiles perspective. If I will teach you partitioning, then I have to go to that index, then I have to go to that triggers, cursors, which is not required here. Okay. So that is why partitioning I will not be covering here. And that is why I've clearly mentioned the syllabus here. Where is that? Where is that syllabus? Okay, partitioning is not here. See, partitioning, PL SQL, data modeling, ETL, they all are closely related. So that is why we segregated each and everything. That is why we started a separate ETL batch. Suppose if I'm teaching you about table, then maybe you can ask question that, okay, what is dimension table? What is fact table? Then I will enter the world of ETL. And from there, then you can ask question, what is star schema? What is snowflake schema? Then I have to enter the world of ETL. Then we will get distracted from SQL. Are you understanding? That is why clearly we have separated. Now see, this is also a table, but this is the dimension, and this is star schema. This is snowflake schema. Then I have to move from one concept to another concept, and then we will get distracted from the course, right? That is why clearly I have mentioned here, these are the topics which we will cover. But if you're interested in that partitioning and all those things for indexing, we can schedule an ad hoc session in the alumni group. Okay.
Yeah,
And
please,
then
because in my project there are many partition table only.
we
So
can plan it, not an issue. But in this course, we'll be covering these topics which I have mentioned, because these are those topics which is common in all these job profiles. And trust me, I can give you full why this is getting closed. The SQL course, where I kept it. 1 minute, guys. Where is this? Master SQL. Where is this? It is here. This culprit is here. Okay. Now here, trust me, if you will understand all these concepts, if you'll work on my assignment, it is more than enough to crack any of these job interviews. I think Akash knows that in the alumni group, we have taken many participants. They're getting the job offers based on data analyst, data engineer,
Right.
right? Currently, I have shared about one of my student. He has 5 offer letters in her pocket. So just this, go through my recordings, work on the assignment. This is more than enough. Okay. So now proceeding further. So now this is the table. These are the columns of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Partition by and partition of table both are different, right?
Both are different. Partition by is used in window function that we will cover. Okay. We have not mentioned it here in this curriculum, but that will be covered in this window function. Okay, and that is an important concept that will be covered mandatorily. Okay, but partitioning is a different concept. That is, we partition the table from performance perspectives, and many other reasons are there. But partition by is a different concept, which we will discuss in detail in when I will cover the window functions. Okay.
Got it.
So
Hi, Tanvir Pallavi here.
Yeah,
So in with regards to the table section which we see now, is entity and the column are the same? Entity and the column.
No. Entity and column, they are not same. Why it is 1 minute? I think my screen is hanged. Can you see my screen? Is it visible?
Yes.
1 minute. It freeze actually. We have to stop sharing just a minute. Oh, the screen is hanged. Okay, I was getting some pop-up. Let me start sharing again. Getting some pop-up. Hope my screen is visible now.
Yes.
Okay, let me close all the sheets. This is confusing. Let me close. Okay. Entity means, suppose if you are working on a college database. Let's take this simple example. Then for a college database, you will create one table for the different departments of college. Okay, so all the departments will be one entity. Okay, and then you will create separate table for the students. That will be one entity. Okay. It is not necessary that for each entity you'll be having one table. It is not necessary. Sometimes one entity can have multiple tables. That depends you're following a star schema or a snowflake schema, or you're following which normalization level. That I have not discussed, and I don't want to trigger that discussion. But to quickly answer your question, Pallavi, maybe I think you know this entity and all those things. So there is no such rule that one entity will be having one table. But generally, when the technical architect, when they will design the table or when they will design the database of your project, so you will see that each and every entity they'll be having one table. But there is no such rule that entity means table. Sometimes you will see one entity will be having multiple tables. That is also possible.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, no issues. And this entity that I think you are asking from ER diagram perspective, right? Entity relationship diagram.
Yeah.
So that is covered in data modeling course or database designing course. Okay.
Okay, sure.
So this database or this data related job profile, this is a very big world. Okay, this is a lot of scenarios, lot of areas are there which has to be explored. Okay. Okay, shall I proceed further? Any other question? No? Okay. So now I have created this table, this columns, this records on an Excel sheet. Okay, but Excel has its own limitation. So now I will show you how the same table, this columns, this records we can create on Oracle platform. Okay, and this platform, if you will keep it idle for more than 20-30 minutes, it will automatically log off. So you have to be careful in all the system aspects. So you have to write, first of all, create. Okay, create is a reserved keywords. Hope my voice is audible and screen is visible to everyone.
Yes.
Okay. There are two kinds of keywords in SQL. One is reserved keyword, and the other is user-defined keywords. I will explain about this, don't worry. Reserved keywords are those keywords which SQL engine has a special meaning. SQL engine knows what to do. Vinay, can you go on mute, please? So SQL engine knows what to do. Those are known as reserved keywords. Like many times, if you'll go in some government office or in some hotels, you will find it will be written as reserved parking. It means that slot has been reserved for someone and you cannot park your car there, right? So similarly, there are few keywords which are known as reserved keywords. It means the SQL engine has a special meaning for it. Like suppose I have written here create. So create is a reserved keywords. Why? Because the moment you will write create, the SQL engine will understand that, oh, I have to create something. It will automatically understand it. And this reserved keywords is not only in SQL, you go for any other programming language, Python, Unix, Java, C, they all have this concept of reserved keywords. After that, I will write table. Okay, so the moment I will write table, the engine will understand that, oh, the user wants to create a table. Then you have to write the name. Suppose I have written customer. So from this, the SQL engine will understand that, okay, user wants to create a table with the name customer. Now here, customer is not a reserved keyword. It is a user-defined keyword. Why I'm telling it is a user-defined keyword? Because I can create a table with any name. It is my wish. I can write here customer. I can write here employee. I can write a table with the name country. It is your wish. You can create a table with any name. So here, if I'm recruiting a table with the name customer, then this customer will be a user-defined keyword. Hope it is clear so far. So till here in line number 1, the SQL engine will understand that, okay, user wants to create a customer table. Is this clear so far to everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, after this, you have to tell to the SQL engine, like suppose if you want to construct a house, right? You will connect with some, what I can say, that architect, right? And you will tell your requirement that, okay, I want to construct a house. I have 1,000 or 1,500 square feet area. I want 3 bedrooms. I want a balcony. I want a lobby. I want dining space and all those things, right? So similarly, now to the SQL engine, you have to tell your requirements that, okay, I want to create a customer table. And in this table, I want name, location, amount, and gender, right? So you have to mention these things that, okay, in this table, I want these columns. So consider these columns as, like I told you, for when you're constructing house, you will tell to that architect that, okay, I want 3 bedrooms, and then I want a dining space and all those things. So similarly here, I'm telling to the SQL engine that SQL, I want to create a customer table, and in this table, I want this name, location, amount, and gender. I want this columns. Is this clear so far?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
net from this, I'm telling to the SQL engine that SQL, I want to create a customer table, and in this table, I need this 4 columns: name, location, amount, and gender. After this, you have to tell to the SQL engine that what type of data you are going to store here. Like suppose you are organizing a party. So in that party, you have invited your friends or the guest. So then you have to you have to understand their test as well, right? How many of them are interested in non-veg? How many of them are interested in veg? How many of them like the continental and all this stuff, right? So you have to plan, you have to prepare the dish accordingly, all right? So similarly, when you are creating this customer table and you have mentioned this column names, so after this, you have to tell to the SQL engine that what type of data you're going to store. Okay. So if you see here in the name column, what you are storing, you're storing A, B, C, D, something alphabets, right? So whenever you're storing alphabets, you have to write here varchar 50. You might be thinking, what is this varchar, Tanvir? Why you have written 50? We will discuss in detail about this. Okay. Uh, this this uh, this is related to data type topic discussion. But for the time being, just understand that whenever in a column you have to store the data which is having alphabets A, B, C, D, and all those things, you have to write here varchar 50. Varchar means variable character. And 50 means in this you can store maximum 50 characters. If you want to store maximum 100 characters, you can write 100 here. If you think only 10 characters is sufficient, you can write 10 characters here. But on a safer side, we recommend our students or participants to write 50. But your wish, you can write 10, you can write 100, any number. Okay, so varchar 50 means in a column, if you want to store alphabets, so you have to write varchar 50. So now from this, the SQL engine will understand that, oh, in the name column, user wants to store alphabets. Is this clear so far?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Any question?
No, not yet.
Okay. Now the next is location column. So in location column, what you have stored here is this alphabets. Yes,
Yes.
these all are alphabets. So again, for here, you have to write here varchar 50. So the moment you will write varchar 50, the SQL engine will understand that, okay, in this location column, the user will store alphabets. Okay. Now amount. In amount, what you are storing here? These are numbers, right? Or integers. So when you want to store numbers in a column, then in that case, you have to write here int. It means integer. Okay. Now next is gender. In gender, what you are storing? Again, this is alphabets. So you have to write here varchar 50. Hope it is clear so far.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
And then you have to give. Oh, yeah, tell me.
We have not set the limit in an amount, that is integer. We have set the limit
There
in
is
a name, location, and gender.
no need to give any limit there. I will discuss all these things in detail when I will cover the data type class. Okay. So here, if you want to store alphabets, you have to write varchar. If you want to store numbers, you write int. It means integer. No need to give limit here. Hope it is clear. Any question, anyone?
No question.
Shall I proceed further? Okay.
Yes.
Then
Yes.
at the last, put a semicolon here. Okay. You have to put a semicolon and then select this entire query. You have to select this. Then you can see here right side this run button, green color. Is this visible to everyone?
Yes.
Right. So you
Yes.
have to click on this run button. So after that, at this lower console, you can see the output. It is showing that table has been created. So SQL engine is telling you that, okay, I have created the table as per your requirement. Okay. Please go on mute. Okay, thank you. Now table has been created. Now suppose you can ask question here that Tanvir, okay, now prove it that the table has been created or not. How I can trust on this message? So whenever you want to see the structure of table, okay, structure means what all columns you have in this table, what are the data types. You have to write DESC. DESC is again a reserved keyword. From this DESC, engine will understand that the user wants to describe something. So this DSC stands for describe. Okay, so you have to write DSC and then customer. Okay, and then again click on the run button. So the meaning of this is you are telling SQL engine to please describe the customer table. So now this is the output. So engine is showing you that okay, in this customer table you have a name column, you have location column, you have amount column, you have gender column, and these are the data types. So this proves that okay, this table has been created in the database. Is this clear?
Yes.
Okay.
One question.
Like
if we want to add some data which is having number and integer both, number and alphabet both, or sometimes with the special characters also. So in that case, what we should give?
Good question. Many a time it happens that you have to store alphanumeric, right? Like suppose if you want to store email ID, suppose rohan123@gmail.com, right? So here you can see you have alphabets, you have numbers, you have a special character as well. So in these cases, the data type will be varchar only. So varchar, if you want to store alphanumeric, you can use varchar data type. It will accept it. Okay. Hope I answered your question.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Okay. So now, so far we have.
Hi, Tanvir, this is Akash.
Yeah.
A small question. While creating the table, you have written varchar only, but in the description in the table in the below, it's showing varchar 2.
It is because in the Oracle, okay, in Oracle, it accepts varchar and varchar2 both. Okay. But in other databases, it will accept only varchar. So that is why I have not written here varchar2. Even if I will write varchar2, then also it will accept it. But not to confuse you, I'm writing here varchar because in most of the databases, only varchar works. Varchar2 doesn't work. Varchar2 works only in Oracle. So that is why even if you're writing varchar, internally Oracle is converting this to varchar2. But don't get confused with this. It's varchar2 and varchar, they both are the same.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And the size that you have written, which is 50. Okay. So by default, it's 50 bytes or what exactly it is?
I don't want to discuss it now. Let's keep it on hold. That is why I told when I will discuss data type class, I will discuss in detail and I will show you with the example as well.
Okay.
50 means 50 characters. Like suppose if I have written here customer, this has how many characters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This has 8 characters. Okay. If I've written 50, it means I'm telling in the name column, please accept maximum 50 characters. If it is more than that, it will not accept it. Okay.
Okay. So can we call it, if I write 50 space byte, is it similar as 50 characters or it's different?
No. You don't have to write 50 space byte. You write 50 only.
In my project, it's written. So is there any difference in 50
And that
characters
is why
or
I'm
50
telling,
bytes?
I don't want to discuss data type now. We will deviate from this. Let me complete first of all the basics of it. Then in the separate data type class, we'll discuss these data types in detail.
Okay, then.
Okay.
Sure.
Any other question, anyone?
Yeah, in the description, why there is a null column between the column and the type?
Good. So this null we will discuss in detail when I will teach you what is null, what is blank, and what is zero. So for the time being, again, please ignore this. This null, if I have written and this is dash, it means in this columns, it can accept null. Then you will ask me, Tanvir, what is null? right? That is why I'm telling ignore this for the time being. Because you see, we have a separate topic here to discuss the difference between zero blank and null. Okay, and this 10 to 15% complexity in SQL is because of null only. So we will be having a separate session, okay, for null discussion, the how null behaves with different keywords, because the behavior changes. That is why null we will discuss in detail. Okay, any other question? Okay, fine. Let's proceed further. So far I have shown you how to create a table and how to see the structure of the table. What next? The next is to insert data, right? You created the table. Now you have to insert data in this table, right? So now to insert data, we have insert keyword. So when you will write insert, the SQL engine will understand that, oh, user wants to insert something. So what do you want to insert? Insert into customer. Okay, values. Okay, what values you want to insert? Suppose in the name, what I've written? Abhay Delhi 500M. Abhay Delhi 500M. So let me run this. You could see here one row inserted. So here in this line number 3, I've written insert into customer values. It means in this customer table, I want to insert these values. Abhay, Delhi, 500 and M. It means this Abhay will be inserted in this name column. In location, Delhi will be there. Amount will be 500. Gender will be M. So this is the syntax if you want to insert data in a table. So here I have written the table name, and here these are the values which I want to insert. So successfully you created the table and you have inserted one record in this table. Okay. Now you will be thinking that, okay, Tanvir, can you show the data which you have inserted, right? So when you want to see the data, you have to write select. The meaning of select is to display. Okay. If you're writing select, it means you are telling SQL engine that SQL please display. So what to display? I will write a star. A star means to display all the columns. Then the SQL will ask you from which table, because in a database you can have 500, 1,000, 2,000 tables, right? So you have to tell to the SQL engine that from which table you want to fetch the data. So for that, I will write here select star from customer. It means from customer table, I am telling SQL engine that please display star. What is the meaning of a star? That all the columns, whatever you have in the customer table, please display it. So now I will select it and click on the run button. Check the output. It is showing all the columns and data right now which you have inserted. Is this clear so far?
Yes.
Yes, Tanvir.
Any question, anyone?
Yes. If we have filled the details in a row, if we want to fill the details in a column in a same sequence, I want to fill only name, Abhay, Kavita, Nilesh, and the only name, neither details, anything. First I want to fill the column 1. After that I want to fill the column 2, and after that I want to fill the column 3.
So how to do that? That is your question,
Yes.
right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Good question. But before I answer the question which Vinay has asked, is this 4 lines clear? You all understood what is the significance of each and every line here?
Yes, Tanvir. Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay.
And
So in line.
My another question is, we have write a query select space star and space from. So every time we require the space is required, or
Yes.
select star from customer?
No. The best practice is you give a space.
If we will
How
not
many
use without a space, so this query will be run or not?
Sometime it can throw error message or the engine will get confused. Like suppose if I'm executing like this will throw error message. Let me show this. Okay. So it is throwing error message. So that is why you should give a space. But there is no rule that how many spaces you have to give. You see here I given 4 or 5 spaces. Still this query will work. You're getting the output. But a space must be there.
Yeah, that is space is a must. Minimum 1 space is a must.
Right, Vinay. Minimum 1 space you have to give. Okay. Now coming to the next question which Vinay has asked. Okay, quickly I will summarize what we have discussed so far. In the line number 1, we have seen how to create a customer table and how to add these columns, right? And their data type. If in a column you want to store alphabets, it should be varchar 50. I have not explained what is this varchar 50 in detail. We will discuss this in a separate class. So leave that discussion for the time being. In a column, if you want to store number, you have to write int. If in a column you have to store alphanumeric means you have alphabets as well as number, then you should write it as a varchar. So varchar can accept alphabets or alphanumeric both. If you want to see the structure of table which you have created, you have to write DESC. DESC means describe and the table name. So it means you are telling SQL engine to describe the table structure of customer table. Then in the next line, line number 3, I have written insert into customer values. So it means I'm telling to the SQL engine that SQL in this customer table, please insert these values. And if you want to check the data has been inserted correctly or not, you have to write this query, select a star from customer. What is the meaning of select?
Selecting the data.
To display. Okay, to display. So if you're writing select, you are telling SQL engine to please display. What to display? A star. What is the meaning of a star? All the columns. What all columns you have? You are telling SQL engine to please display all the columns. Then the SQL will ask from where. You have to tell the table name from customer table, please display all the columns. So that is why when you will run this query, the SQL engine will display all the columns and the records of this customer table. Hope it is clear so far.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, Vinay has asked a question that, okay, Tanvir, here you have inserted values in all these columns. Now, suppose I want to insert value only in the name column. Okay, sometimes it happens, and this is a practical scenario, that you don't know the location of a customer, you don't know how much transaction he has done and the gender, but you want to make an entry of his name. So in that case, write the same query again, insert into customer values, and suppose the customer name is Vinay. So we'll write here Vinay. And if you're not sure about this location, leave it as it is. If you're not sure about the transaction amount, leave it as, means remove it. If you're not sure about the gender, you remove it. Okay. But if it is varchar, give inverted quotes here. And this is varchar, give inverted quotes. And just run this query. Missing expression. 1 minute. This is name. This will take location. This will, you have to give a space here. This will take amount. This will take gender. Let me run this. Something is
I
missing
think
here.
double
1 minute.
comma is there, right?
This is an inverted comma. 1 minute. This is Vinay. This is name. Let me keep the space here as well. There are 2 techniques for this. Let me show you this one first of all. Valid number, because this is not a number. Okay, I'm not sure this is throwing some error message. Let me show you other technique for it. You have to write here customer, then give name. Okay, and remove all this thing. This is confusing. So if you will execute, let me execute this query. Now see, one row is inserted. Again, if you want to check the data, run the same query again. Select a star from customer. Okay, check the data. Now you have only Vinay. So now in this query, I'm telling to SQL engine that in the customer table, in the name column, I want to insert Vinay. So that is why you see you got this Vinay in the new record and all these values, it is blank. Hope it is clear.
Yes.
My another question is
one minute, please 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. I will answer that. Now, suppose if your question is that no, Tanvir, I want to insert name and location. So then what you have to do? You write here name, comma, location, and suppose we have the name Poonam, and suppose location is Bangalore. Okay, so you have to write here name and location because now you want to insert only name and location. So write name, comma, location. Name is Poonam, location is Bangalore. So this will insert data only in the name and location column. Okay, see one row inserted. Again, if you want to verify the data, run the same query again. Select a star from customer. Check the output. So now you got this Poonam, Bangalore, amount and gender is blank. Hope it is clear. Is this clear, guys?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Vinay, you're asking another question.
Yeah, my another question is if we want to insert the name, multiple names in a multiple rows in a single query, is it possible?
Yes, it is possible. For that, what you have to do? So Vinay is asking, Tanvir, you have inserted here only one name, Vinay. Suppose I have to insert multiple records. So what you can do? You write the same script multiple times. Okay. And suppose here we want to insert Rahul. Here you want to insert, suppose Abdul. Here you want to insert, suppose Yusuf. So you select all this 4. Okay, and then click on run button. So all these 4 records will be inserted. I think Vinay I have already inserted. Let me take some other name, Tom. Okay, you select all these 4 script, click on the run button. 4 times you're seeing one row inserted, one row inserted. If you want to verify the data, right, select a star from customer and it will show you all these records has been inserted. Hope it is clear.
We have typed this queries a multiple times. Is it possible if we have typed only one time? For example, insert into customer name value Tom, Rahul, Abdul, Yusuf, and then run the query and inserted the name.
That is also possible. You can do like that as well. But they both are same. In that case, again, you have to write the values insert into customer name values, this, values, this, values, this, values, this. But that format is not supported in all the database. But this will be supported in all the database. They both are one and the same. In that as well, you have to write multiple times. Values, name, values, name, values, name. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And
yeah,
okay,
Tanvir.
no
So what I understood is that if we have to insert the single column field, then we should specify that field name. Okay, but if we don't have to specify any of the column field, then the sequence should be whatever we have mentioned while time of creating the table. The sequence should be same, like name, location.
Correct.
We should not interchange the location of that. Correct, na?
You are right. Let me show you one example, but your understanding is correct. Let me show you one example. But one thing I will tell you, from this inserting data, creating table, you will never get any question in the interview. The reason is This all will be done by the data engineers. They will create table, they will insert data. They have the loader in each and every tool. From that, they will insert the data. Okay, so you'll not get questions from all those things. So neither you have to do this activity in any project, but because I'm starting from scratch, so I thought let's cover all these things. Okay. Now coming to the question which Pallavi has asked about the sequence. Okay. Suppose, let me copy this. Suppose I want to insert one more record, and suppose the record is about Fahim. Okay. Fahim, suppose he is having the transaction. Suppose Fahim is from 1 minute. Fahim is from Pune. Now I'm running this query. You can run by clicking on this run button, or the shortcut is Control Enter together. That is a shortcut. So one row inserted. Now please verify this data. Select a star from customer. Now tell me, do you think this is correct data? What is the problem here?
Instead
He
of
has
name,
inserted
Wrong
in the,
data.
for the name it has taken Pune.
Column
In the
mismatch.
in the name column it has taken location, and in the location column it has taken name. Why? Because you have changed the sequence here. So you have to be very careful here. The engine will take this format. First name, so you have to insert name first. Second is location, you have to write location. Third is amount, you have to write amount. Fourth is gender, you have to write gender. If you will swap it, so the data will get swapped here as well. Hope it is clear.
Yes.
Any other question? Okay.
Yeah, Tanvir,
me-
like why the first format was not working? Why it was giving the error? Like, is there any specific reason for that?
Which
Like,
format?
the one which you have tried earlier,
Oh, for Vinay.
Yeah.
Okay, I will check that. Okay, I'm not sure why it is failing. It should not fail actually. Let me try it once more. Insert into customer values. Suppose I want to write here John, then I will give some value, then that is amount, I will keep amount as it is, and I will keep gender like this. It should not fail, it should work. It is failing. Maybe there is some reason. 1 minute, let me check it again. No, there is some reason. I will check it. Okay, not sure why it is failing. It should not fail actually. Maybe I'll be missing something here. That's why.
Yeah, and also
Can you insert 0 in integer?
Integer. No, but
Yeah,
here the
even
question is we don't know the amount as well, right? And that is why intentionally I'm not putting here 0. Okay, I
If
want
we
to
write
keep it blank only.
null,
yeah,
Which one?
correct. Yeah,
if we
it
can
has
write
worked.
null,
But 0, suppose if you're putting 0 here, so it means John has done a transaction of amount 0. But if you're not sure, you cannot keep it that, right? So this we will
Correct.
discuss when I will teach you 0, blank and null. So null I'm not teaching guys now. So please don't tell anything about null. Null is a very important topic. I don't want to pitch in null now. We have a separate session for null. It will take entire one class. So I'm not explaining anything about null now. Okay.
Yeah, I
If you're
think
interested, 1 minute, 1 minute. If you're interested in null, stay after 10 in the same bridge. We will discuss null. Yeah, next question.
I think this will work without giving 0 if we while defining the data. That is actually a different concept you mentioned, but
Yeah. Okay, so hope it is clear so far. Okay.
Yeah,
Now
Tanvir,
let me.
last question.
Okay, yeah, tell me.
Like, we have to, dump millions of records into the table. Like, then
You
how
cannot,
is
will
that?
not use this insert. That is what I told. this insert which I'm showing you, no? So this is just to store 1 or 2 records or 3 records. This is for sampling purpose. But in the project, when you're working as a data engineer and you have to dump millions of records, 10 million, 20 million, so you're not going to write this insert script, right? For that, we have a loaders in each and every database that would extract data from the files and it will load directly into the table. And that's why neither the interviewer will ask you questions from this insert and all those things.
Cool. Thanks for answering that.
Okay. Let me proceed further, guys. I have few more topics to cover so that you can understand how the class is going on. Now here I have written a star and you're getting all the columns, right? Now suppose my manager told me that Tanveer, instead of all the columns, show me only name. I'm not interested in location, amount, and gender. Then what you have to do? You write select and then write name from customer. So from this, the SQL engine will understand that, okay, user is interested in only name column. So it will display you only name. Check the output. You see it is displaying only name. Okay. Suppose you are interested in name and location both. Then give comma and write location here. It means you are interested, it means you want to display name and location. So the SQL engine will display you only name and location. So from this, you can customize. If you're getting this output now, click on the run button again. So it will show you only name and location. Is this clear? Are you understanding, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now tell me one thing. If I will change the sequence, I mean, I will write location first and then name. Then what will happen? It will work or it will throw error.
It will work. It will work.
Okay. Don't get confused that Tanveer, when you created the table, you have kept name first and then location. No. While displaying data, you can ask engine, it can display in any manner. I have written location and name, so it will display location first and then name. Let me show you the output. Now you see you have location first and then name. Hope it is clear.
Yes.
Okay. So like that, you can customize the columns what you want, and engine will display you only those columns. Shall I proceed further if it is clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now I want to show you few more scenarios, and for that I want this data only. So I will clean this table because we have inserted many other records. So I will clean this table and I will insert these records because based on this I have to explain something. So whenever you want to clean the table, you have to write drop. Now please don't ask question that what is drop, Tanveer, what is the difference between drop and delete. Maybe I know if those who know this, they can ask this question. I'm not discussing it now. So in a nutshell, if you want to delete a table, write drop table customer. It will delete all the values. We have a separate topic, you see, difference between delete, drop, and truncate. So now I will, then again, you have to create table. So I will run this command again. So now table will be created and I will insert this record, Abhay Delhi 500M. Then what was the next record? What was the next record? Lata Chennai 600F. Lata Chennai 600F. Next record, Babita Punjab 400F. Babita 400F. Then Nilesh Delhi 900M. Nilesh Delhi 900 M. I will take only this 4 examples, okay? Or let me take one more example here. Pawan, Delhi 500 M. Pawan, Delhi 500 M. Okay. See, all this I will run in one go. Now check the data. So whenever you want to check the data, you have to write select a star from table name. So now see, it is showing all these records has been inserted in this table. Hope it is clear so far, guys. You are understanding, or you're finding it complicated, difficult to understand? Complicated.
No, everything is clear.
Clear only.
Clear.
So far clear? Okay,
Clear,
good.
clear.
So far I have shown you how to create a table, how to insert data, and few flavors of that I have shown. I know I have not covered all the things. We'll discuss it down the line. Now suppose here, okay. Now listen very carefully, okay. Now we will enter the real SQL world. So far it was just the cosmetic stuffs which we were discussing. Now, suppose my manager is telling that, okay, fine, Tanvir, you have created a customer table and you have some columns. But Tanvir, I'm interested in only those records or those customers who are from Delhi. Is the question clear, first of all? My manager is telling, Tanvir, display me or show me only those customers who are from Delhi. Okay. I told, okay, fine. I will try to do that. So here I have to apply filter. I think filter is a very common term these days, right? If you are purchasing something from e-commerce site, we apply filter. Right? If you want to buy mobile or laptop, you will apply filter, no? That, okay, I want 16 GB RAM, I want this processor, you will apply filter. Or if you are trying to book a flight, you will apply filter there as well. One is stop, no stop, and all those things, correct? Similarly, in SQL, we have a concept of filter. And here the filter is where. When you will write where, the SQL engine will understand that, oh, user wants to apply filter. So here we want to apply filter on the location column. And which location you want? Delhi, correct? So now let me execute this query. I executed this query and this is the output. Just tell me, suppose you are a manager and I told you that this is the output. So do you agree this is the correct output as per the requirement of the manager?
No,
Why no?
because Pawan is also from Delhi, no?
Good. The manager will ask me that, Tanvir, you are telling that Abhay is from Delhi, but Tanvir, I could see that, okay, Abhay is from Delhi, I understand. But Tanvir, Nilesh is also from Delhi, right? Pawan is also from Delhi. Then why you are displaying only Abhay? So Tanvir, this is not the correct output. Got it, guys, so far?
Yes.
Yes.
Correct,
Yes.
no? The manager
Yes.
will tell that, Tanvir, I could see here Abhay, Nilesh and Pawan, they all are from Delhi. But you are telling only Abhay is from Delhi, okay? So the reason for this is, now try to understand how this query will be. Okay, before that. The reason for this is in the location column, or let me tell you how this query is getting executed. Now listen very carefully. When you have written this query and you clicked on the run button, so actually internally in this fraction of seconds, lot of thing your SQL engine does, which is a black box for you. You don't know what is happening. Like suppose you went to a restaurant, okay, and you ordered that, okay, I want chicken biryani. So you know that the cook who is cooking in the kitchen, so a lot of tasks he has to do, a lot of ingredients he has added in that chicken biryani, right? But you're not aware of it. They are just serving it and you will eat it. But at the back end, a lot of efforts they have put in and a lot of ingredients are there, right? So similarly, when you're clicking on the run button, internally engine is doing a lot of stuff. So slowly I will tell you each and everything. Actually, what happens, there is a concept of order of execution. In order of execution, this is known as sequel order of execution. The meaning is the way how you write query and the way how engine executes query is different. You are thinking that first of all, you have written select, then a star, then from, then where, right? But the SQL engine doesn't read this query in this format. They will start first of all from this from keyword. So here is the from keyword. So they will start from this keyword from. So from customer, what is the meaning of from customer? The meaning is you want some data from which table? Customer table. So your SQL engine will scan the entire database and it will search for this customer table. Okay. And then it will take a copy and it will keep that in the temporary memory. In any database, you have a temporary memory and you have permanent, like RAM is a temporary memory, right? So it will take a copy, it will keep that in the temporary memory. So this is the meaning of from customer. So engine will first of all execute this piece of code from customer. And the meaning is it will search this customer table in the entire database. It will take a copy and it will keep that in the temporary memory. Is this clear so far?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. After from, I'm telling you this order of execution from this query perspective. Okay. After from, it will go to where. Generally, after from, it goes to joins and then where, then group by, then having, then aggregate, and all this stuff. But all those keywords are not present here. That is why I'm not showing it here. So please don't get confused that Tanvir, I have read after from it goes to joins. You are right. But because join is not here, that is why I'm not mentioning here. So after from, it will go to where. Now the from task is done, right? So I will change the color to green. So this task is, this is green, okay, blue. Let me change the color to green. This task is over. Then the engine will go to where. Now, what is the task of where? The moment engine will see where, the engine will understand that, oh, I have to apply some filter. So what is the task of where? To filter the data. Okay, now where location, then engine will see, okay, Tanvir has written location here. It means Tanvir wants to apply filter on the location column. So engine will then focus on this location column. Okay. So far, is this clear, guys? Are you understanding or not?
Yes. Clear.
Yes,
Yes.
Yes. Clear.
Understanding, right? Okay, good. Then engine will see, okay, after location, Tanvir has written Delhi. Okay, now listen very carefully. Engine will search this Delhi record by record, one by one. It will pick the first record. So you are searching for Delhi. Is this Delhi? Yes, it is same. So it will select the entire row. And this is selected that, yes, this is what I was searching. But it will not stop here. It is not like searching key of your house that, okay, you have put your key somewhere, you found it on top of your fridge, and then you will be relaxed. You will not search anywhere else. No, this searching and filtering is different. Then the engine will go to the next record. Now there, this is Chennai, and you are searching for Delhi. Do you think they both are same?
No.
No. So this record will be rejected by the engine. The next record, this is Punjab. You are searching Delhi. They both are same? No. Rejected. Okay, next. This is Delhi. You are searching for Delhi. Are they same?
No. Yes.
Yes or no?
no, no.
Yes. Sensitive. No.
Place wise, not yes, but sensitive cases.
Is
Tell
the
me
case
one
No,
thing.
it is case sensitive.
Tell me
No.
one thing. I want to log into my Gmail account. Okay, and suppose my ID is Tanveer Khan at gmail.com. I have given this, and suppose the password is welcome 001. This is not the password, okay? Don't try this. So suppose the password is welcome 001 star. Suppose this is the password. And suppose by mistake I have written welcome 001 star. So do you think they both are same?
No.
No.
Passwords
Why
are
no?
case sensitive.
It is case
Case
sensitive.
sensitive.
We all know, right? If I will write this W in lowercase, Gmail will not allow me to log in. You all know this, right? This is not a new thing I'm telling. So passwords are case sensitive. Similarly, the data what you are storing in a table, they all are case sensitive. Here you are searching Delhi. Here D is in uppercase. All the other characters are in lowercase. But this Delhi has all the characters in uppercase. So do you think this Delhi and this Delhi are same?
No.
No.
No. So data is case sensitive in SQL. So that's why engine will reject this record. Is this clear, guys?
Yes.
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 Okay. Then engine will go to the next record. Is this Delhi and this Delhi, they both are same?
No.
No.
No, they are not same, right? So engine will reject this record as well. Now I will take a pause here. So far, is this clear? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Shall I proceed further?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So where task is done. So after where, then SQL will go to the select. So what is the task of select?
Star.
Where
show
location.
For the data.
to show
To
Show all the
display,
values.
to display. So the moment engine will see select, engine will understand that, okay, Tanvir wants me to display something. Okay, what to display? I have written a star. What is the meaning of a star? The meaning of
All
a star is to display all the columns. So see, that is why you must understand the meaning of each and every keyword. Then it will be easy for you to write SQL queries. I'm getting background noise. Thanks for disturbing the class. I'll mute everyone. Okay. So select a star means display all the columns. Then engine will select all the columns and the record which has been finally selected. So it will display this. Now this is what your SQL engine has given output now. So do you think this output and based our analysis, they both are same?
Yes.
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 So
Yes.
this is how your SQL engine executes the query step by step. So now suppose I explain this to my manager that, sir, this is the reason in SQL data is case sensitive. That is why I'm getting Abhay only. Now my manager will tell, Tanvir, I'm not a technical person. I'm not bothered how your SQL works, what is case sensitive and all those things. It is your tension. That is your headache. I need all the customers who are from Delhi. And this is what happened in any typical ETL project. Your customer or client will tell, I'm not bothered how your SQL or Python works. It is your headache. So I am thinking, okay, I have written this D capital. So I got Abhay, but I have to display Nilesh and Pawan. So I have an idea. I thought that, okay, this is case sensitive. No, Nilesh Delhi is in uppercase, all things capital letter. So I will write this like this. Is that like this? Now I am executing this query. So what will be the output for this query, guys? Any idea?
Nilesh.
Nearest records will be displayed.
Only Nilesh records.
Oh, I'm getting Nilesh now. But do you think this is correct output?
No.
No.
No. Suppose I will execute this query and I will show this output to the manager. He will tell Tanvir, what comedy you are doing here. Sometime you are showing Abhay, then you are showing Nilesh. Manager will tell, no, that I want all the customers who are from Delhi. Sometime you are showing Abhay, then you are showing Nilesh what you are doing, right? So this is not the correct output. But can you tell me now why I'm getting Nilesh in the output?
Because everything is written in the
Because
capital.
everything in capital letters.
Good, because here in Delhi, all the characters are in capital letter or uppercase. In technical terms, we tell it as an uppercase. So that is why in uppercase only Nilesh Delhi is there. So I'm getting only Nilesh in the output. So far, is this clear?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Now my manager is telling me, Tanvir, I'm not convinced with this output. You are doing comedy. Sometime you are showing Abhay, then you are showing Nilesh. No, I want all the customers from Delhi in one go. Okay. So I told, okay, fine, I will do something. So far, is the scenario clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
So I thought let's do something, and in this query, I will write here upper location equals Delhi. I will tell you what is this upper, how it works. Don't worry, this will be discussed in detail. Write this query here. Let me execute this. Now this is the output. Please ignore the query. Don't try to understand what Tanvir has written. Ignore it. Just focus on the output. Is this correct output now?
Yes. Correct.
Yes.
If I will display this output, manager will be happy that yes, this is what I'm looking. You are showing now all the customers who are from Delhi, right? But now
Yes.
the question is how this query is getting executed. That is the most important thing. Okay. So I
Okay.
know it is almost 10 now. Can you stay for 5 more minutes, guys?
Yes. Yes. We can.
Yes, okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good. So let's try to understand how this query is getting executed. So the way how SQL engine will execute, which keyword will be executed first here?
From.
Location.
From.
From.
So engine will execute first of all from customer. So from customer means you are telling SQL engine that I want data from the customer table, right? So engine will copy this customer table. Engine will copy this customer table. So from task is done, right? The task of from is over, guys. Is this clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So from, sorry, from customer means to take the copy of the customer table and keep it in the temporary memory. Okay. One thing I want to tell you here, like what all I have done here in the temporary memory. Once engine will display the output, after that engine will clean it. It means it will delete all these things, whatever he has done in the temporary memory. Okay. We'll discuss that in detail. So from customer is over. After from customer, which keyword engine will execute?
Where?
Where. After from, we have where. What is the task of where?
Filter.
Filter
To
for
filter
location.
the data. Each and
Yeah,
every
that.
keyword, they have their own task. The task of where is to filter the data. The moment engine will see where here, engine will understand that, okay, I have to filter the data. Now, after where you have written upper location. Now, this is what you have to understand. The meaning of upper location is you are telling SQL engine that in the location column, whatever data you have, please convert all the data in uppercase. This is the meaning of upper location. So engine will convert all the data in the location column in uppercase. So do you think all the data of this location column has been converted in uppercase here?
Yes.
Yes.
So this is the meaning of upper. The meaning of upper is to convert all the data of this location column in uppercase. So far, is this clear?
Yes.
Yes.
But this is happening in the temporary memory. Don't think that Tanvir, you have done these changes in the parent table. No. If I will show you the parent table, check the parent table. Do you think location has been converted in uppercase?
No.
No.
No, it is like that only. So whatever you're doing here, this is happening in the temporary memory. So this has been converted in uppercase. Then you have written equals daily. So the meaning of this is you are telling SQL engine that the location data convert in uppercase, then search daily in this. Then it will search this daily in this upper location column row by row. So is this same as this daily?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So this is selected. Is this same as daily?
No.
No, rejected. Now is this same as daily?
No.
No,
No.
rejected. This is also same as daily. So
Yes.
they are
Yes.
also selected. Okay. Now this record you have derived from which record? You have derived from this record, right? Similarly, this record, it has been derived from this record. And this record, it has been derived from this record, correct? So literally speaking, you have selected this record, you have selected this record, and you have selected this record. Is this clear so far?
Yes.
Okay. And because these two records you rejected, it means these two records are rejected. So far, is this clear, guys?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
clear.
Okay. So where task is done, engine has applied the filter on this upper location column. Let me change the color of this to green. This task is over. Then which keyword?
Select.
Select. What is the meaning of select?
Display.
To display.
To
Display the
display.
record.
What you want to display here?
Brilliant.
All the column.
A star. The star means all the columns. So it
columns.
will copy all the columns and the selected records. So this record has been selected and this record has been selected. Now you compare this output, which we have derived as per our analysis, and this is the output of SQL engine. Are they both same?
Yes.
Yes.
So this is how this query is getting executed internally by the SQL engine. But don't think this upper discussion is over. We will continue this tomorrow. This has few more scenarios to be discussed. We will discuss in detail tomorrow. So I will stop here. Today, this was the demo class. So we will start our regular classes from tomorrow at the same time. Those who are interested to enroll, you can connect with the admin of the group on the personal window. If you have any question, please let me know. Those who wants to drop, you can drop. I'm sorry, we have extended by 5 minutes. We will share the recording and this Excel workbook and the code with everyone, irrespective you are joining the course or not. It will be shared with everyone. Okay, if you have any question, please ask now.
Like, what is the timing for this class?
8 to 10, Saturday and Sunday morning. The
Only-
course duration will be approx 2 months. But one thing I will tell you, 1 minute. Sometime it happens that if the session is more interactive, so maybe the course will extend from 2 months, it will take 2 or 3 days more than that. It can happen. Okay. Next question.
How long the duration of this class? Like, how many weeks?
2 months means close to 8 to 9 weeks.
So only weekends and 8 to
Only
10 is the
weekends.
8 to 10
Right.
is the time.
This
And
batch is on weekend 8 to 10. We have a separate batch which is on weekdays, Monday to Friday, 7 to 9. So generally those who are the working professionals, they go for the weekend batch. Okay, but it totally depends on your timelines and you can plan accordingly.
and how much payment for this class?
The course fees is 3,500. But apart from that, additionally, we charge 50 rupees for the Graphy portal, which I will show you tomorrow. Okay, 50 rupees you have to pay for that because when you will go to the Graphy portal, they will charge it. Okay, and then after the course completion, those who need certificate, course completion certificate, for that you have to pay separate 100 rupees because we have a separate team who takes care of the certification task.
When you said like for the stored procedures and PL SQL part, you will have a separate session. So will you
I'm
be
not
planning that, or will there be a separate session in future?
in future, that will be a separate course. and I cannot tell any timelines as of now. Okay. But we are planning to start because many of the students of the previous batches, they have requested it. So we will plan to start it, but that is not a part of this course, guys. So at the end of the course, you cannot claim that Tanvir, you told you will start PL SQL. No, that is separate. If I will get timelines, I will start it. This is separate. But once
So
you will
and
understand this SQL, PL SQL is very easy. You can understand it easily. Because within PL SQL, you're writing this SQL codes only.
so you mean to say, like, if we are very much practiced in this, so we can able to write the procedures on our own, like.
Correct. Actually,
Yes.
within procedures or functions, you're writing SQL queries only, which I will teach you.
And the
Okay.
trigger concept is separate, right?
That is separate. Yes. But once you will understand it, all those things will be simple.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
To whom we should pay like a transfer amount?
I think in the generic group I have mentioned. So let me complete this class and then I will mention the payment details again. You can pay, and please, while making the payment, mention your full name, your registered Gmail ID, and share the screenshot. Okay. Any other question, anyone? This recording will be shared in another 2 to 3 hours because it takes time to upload the recording.
Yeah, Tanvir,
Tanvir,
like
do we have any assignment for today?
Today I will not share the assignment. We will start sharing the assignments from tomorrow. So generally, like, this is the list of assignments we have for each and every topic wise. Few more assignments are there. We will start sharing the assignments from tomorrow. This will be your assignment actually. From tomorrow,
Yeah.
we will start the regular batch. No, these are the questions. We will share it from tomorrow.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, Tanvir, like for the weekdays, like people are getting 10 hours of class in a week, and we are getting 4 hours. So will it be covered in 4 hours? Like
4 hours 1 week, right?
Yeah,
correct?
1 week.
So that will be 9 into 4, 36 hours. And then most probably 1 week it will be extended. So that will reach approx 40 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. But sometime, that is what I told you. It is extended, and don't worry about all those hours calculations until and unless all the topics are not getting completed. We will not complete your batch, even if it is taking more than that time. Okay. So, and full freedom of interaction. You can ask questions and all this stuff.
No, my question is that will you teach them like some other extra topics also?
No,
That's why they are
same
taking
thing. Same thing. I think Akash is there or not? Akash and Ira and few other folks are from the previous batch, so they know this. Okay. Many times the participants who have attended the course, they again want to repeat the course. They want to revise. So few folks are from the previous batches. So the course curriculum is exactly same in all the batches, and I am the trainer. Okay.
Yeah. I have one question. We are enrolling to data analyst course, and I think this course is cover SQL part. Then when will we cover the remaining part?
In data analyst course, we will teach you SQL, Python, Power BI, and Excel. Okay. So once SQL is over, then we will move you to Power BI, and then to Python, and then to Excel. We recommend participants to not to do more than one course at the same time. Otherwise, it will become hectic for you. But it is your call. If you want to do 2 courses simultaneously, you can do that as well. But after this SQL, we will move you to the Power BI and then Python and then Excel at the last.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Let's assume you have share the assignment, okay, and someone is not able to complete the assignment because they are not able to make a query. Like, then you will discuss in the next class, no? Okay.
Next class, whenever we will start. So in the beginning, we will ask you that, okay, do you have any question from the assignments or the topics, whatever we have discussed? And then you have to ask questions and we will discuss it. Okay. Sometimes it happens. I have shared 10 assignment questions. Like here you can see this is the count part 1. How many assignments are there? Approx 11, 13, 14 assignments are there, right? And we agree that sometime you have not worked on all the assignments. And after 2 to 3 class, you again want to discuss count. So you can discuss it. It is not like you have only the chances in the next class, you can ask assignment question. You can ask at any point of time. But the assignment discussion happens in the beginning, not at the end of the class, because generally at the end, many participants, they will drop. They have other commitments at 10. So then they will skip it. But that is why in the beginning, we will ask you, do you have any assignment questions? You have full freedom. You can ask the questions there. Have I answered your question?
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay. See, one thing I will tell you guys, one thing. In each and every batch, more than 60% of our participants are through referrals. Okay. So if you're getting more than 60% participants through referrals, it means they're trusting our course. And we try our level best in all the possible ways to help the participants in whatever way we can. Okay, in solving the assignment questions or supporting them in whatever ways. We try our level best and we want to be honest here. Okay. Any other question?
Now, how to how to pay?
I
Is
will
there that?
mention that in the generic group, or you ping me on WhatsApp. I will mention once this class is over. I know I'm getting a lot of messages. I will reply to each one of you once this
Can you
class
ping
is
your
over.
number, WhatsApp number?
WhatsApp number. How you joined this course then?
My friend gave me this link.
Oh, your friend has recommended. Okay, good. 1 minute. Let me share the number on the group chat. This is my number. You can WhatsApp me on this number.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Tanvi, where will get this recorded session?
This recording will be shared in today we will share this in the generic group S13. It will take 3 to 4 hours to upload the recording. Okay. But from tomorrow onwards, we will upload on the Graphy portal. I will show you tomorrow, once we have the final list of participants, what is Graphy. It is very simple. So why we have moved to Graphy? Because there you can find all the things in one single folder. Okay, so just let me show you this. This is a Graphy
there
portal.
will be the group created.
This is a Graphy portal. Here you can see on 2nd August, we taught where and or. This is the recording. This is a classroom notes. On 3rd August, we taught this. This is a recording. This is the classroom notes. So I will show you this platform tomorrow in detail. Okay.
Sure. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, fine. If you don't have any other question, we can wrap up now. Any other question, anyone, or shall we stop now? Okay, fine. I think we have answered. So fine then, guys. Thanks for joining this class. Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.